Sometimes I sit there after a brutal ranked match and think to myself, why do I even bother playing hard support? Why do I willingly choose pain? Because here's the truth. Playing support in Dota 2, whether it's hard 5 or soft 4, is easily one of the most miserable, thankless, brutal experiences in gaming. And at the same time, it's also one of the most important high-skill roles you can play. And honestly, nobody respects it. Nobody really understands what you go through unless they've lived it. You queue up. You lock in Crystal Maiden. You spend all your starting gold on wards, sentries, smoke, a courier, and maybe, if you're lucky, a mango for yourself. Meanwhile, your carry, your blessed, golden boy safe lane carry, buys 2 slippers of agility, no regeneration items like Tango or healing salve, and expects you to body block creeps, harass 2 heroes, and heal his emotional wounds all at the same time. First wave hits. You're zoning the enemy offlaner. You're desperately trying to click them without pulling aggro. Your carry overextends for a creep, dies under tower, and instantly pings you. Noob support. Just like that. Game's barely a minute in. You're already public enemy number 1. And what are you supposed to do? You're a level 1 Crystal Maiden with 280 move speed and the durability of a paper towel. You're not winning a fist fight against a Mars and a Rubik duo lane. You're basically there to die, so your carry can get an item faster and still flame you. Meanwhile, the offlaner buys a ring of health and sits under tower laughing. And you? You have a brown boot and a dream. People don't realize how much pressure sits on a support's shoulders. You get no farm priority, no kill priority. You don't get the juicy neutral items first. You don't get space made for you. You're expected to create space with nothing. You have to be in 5 places at once, stacking camps, rotating mid, dewarding high grounds, keeping vision for Rosh fights, bodyguarding your core. And if you ever dare to take a single last hit by accident, you're griefing. Prepare for instant pings and all chat flame. And don't even get me started on vision wars. You want to know the real horror story of Dota? It's not a 5-man black hole. It's not getting solo killed at 40 minutes. It's saving up your scraps of gold, buying wards, sneaking into the enemy jungle with your last TP scroll, only to have your observer instantly deward 20 seconds later, and then getting blamed for no vision, even though you're sitting at 0.52 with a net worth lower than the enemy team's position 5 Grimstroke. That's the thing, man. You are the information economy of your team. A good support is the team's eyes and ears. You're not just placing wards randomly. You're predicting movements, setting up fights, denying farm, controlling vision around Rosh, around high grounds, around bounty runes. It's a full-time job, except instead of salary, you get shouted at by your offlaner who refuses to buy a pipe against heavy magic damage. And if you make one mistake, if you whiff a crucial ward placement, if you forget to smoke at 15 minutes, if you miss your Glimmer Cape save on the mid-storm spirit who dove fountain with no mana, it's your fault. Always. Never their fault for playing like lunatics. No. It's the fault of the poor lion with 3k net worth and 800 HP trying his best. Meanwhile, your reward for surviving this battlefield of stress is maybe a 4 staff at 25 minutes. Meanwhile, your carry is running around with a satanic, an MKB, a butterfly, and still somehow complaining that you didn't peel for him when he tried to 1v5 under enemy tier 4 towers. And you know what's the craziest part? Supports aren't just babysitters. They're also the real shot callers half the time. Because you, as the support, you see the whole map. You're not just last-hitting creeps and autopiloting. You're tracking enemy TPs, smoke timers, Rosh respawns, power runes, buyback status. You're the one pinging when the offlaner has no BKB. You're the one drawing the smoke path at 25 minutes. You're the one holding a smoke while your cores are farming 2 screens away, oblivious. You have to make the plans. You have to create opportunities. And you have to do it while being so poor that you need to ask the mid laner for a tip just to buy a dust of appearance. Every time I see a hard support Shadow Demon or a Winter Wyvern clutch a save, saving a 15k net worth Terrorblade with a perfect disruption, I just sit there like, this guy is doing more work for this win than the carry ever will. And the carry? They're busy posting their rampage to TikTok and pretending they solo carried the whole game. It's brutal. It's tragic. But it's also kind of beautiful. Because if you can thrive in that chaos, if you can make the right save with no items, if you can win the Vision War with a 2k gold deficit, if you can land the clutch Shackles hot or hit the 5-man overgrowth, you're the real MVP. Even if nobody says it. Even if the scoreboard doesn't show it. And when you do it right, when you pull off that game-winning smoke gank, when you wore their triangle at exactly the right time, when you clutch save your carry from certain death and turn the fight around, it feels better than a rampage. It feels better than any flashy core moment. Because, deep down, you just won your team the game from the shadows. Without glory. Without gold. Just pure skill and heart. So yeah, hard support is the hardest role in Dota 2. Because it demands perfection without ever rewarding it. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Respect your supports, man. They're the ones fighting for you when nobody else will. And if you're a support main, you're built different. You're a warrior. You're a genius. You're a masochist. And you're the real reason this game even works. Stay strong, fellow supports. The carry won't thank you. The mid won't tip you. The offlane won't notice you. But we know. We know. Catch you guys next time. And remember, buy wards. Win games.